Hey, this is Paul Allen. We're at the Schecter booth here, and we're going to take a look at the Hellwin and the Hellraiser 100 heads, and also a couple different cabinets. So I'm going to start on the clean channel of the Hellwin, and this is basically modeled after some very famous American amplifiers. So there are a lot of great clean sounds, very sparkly, and I'll show you a little bit of what they call the US side. Okay, and if we click over to the UK side, we're still on the clean channel. It's very responsive to pick attack, so if you dig in a little harder, you can get some of those semi-broken up tones. See here, it's very sparkly, very chimey. And we're going to go over to the first lead channel now, and you'll hear it's got a good amount of gain, but you can still hear the definition in the notes. Okay, and we'll go over to the second lead channel, and you hear a lot more added gain. Something else to point out on the Hellwin is it has a noise gate on a knob, which I've got fully engaged right now. And it's nice for just keeping excess tube noise out, but it's not such a hard squash that it interferes with your playing. The Hellwin also has a MIDI input on the back, so if you have a device that you're changing all of your pedals with, you can also change channels on the Hellwin with your existing MIDI device. We're going to go over to the Hellraiser 100 now. And again, a lot of similar voicings on the clean side. We've got nice open sparkly sounds. And it also has a UK setting as the same as the Hellwin, so if you dig in, you get those semi-broken tones. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the lead sound here, and before I play it, on the back of this 412 cabinet that we are playing through, there is an adjustment to add in sub-lows. So basically this lower right 12-inch speaker is a 200 watt powered sub, and you can control the amount of sub on the back. So you can really add a tremendous amount of low end back into the sound. So if you're playing an outdoor festival and you just immediately lose your low end because there's nothing for the amp to bounce off of, it's a good way to dial back in your bass response and really get that fullness on stage. So I'm going to start with the sub turned completely off on the lead channel and let you hear what that sounds like. Okay, now I'm going to turn the sub halfway up, and you'll really hear a lot of low end response added. Okay, now we're going to boost the sub completely up, and I jokingly say that this is the leave the bass player at home setting. You hear just tons and tons of low end. Okay, so I'm going to turn the sub back down. And the other thing that both of these amps have is what's called a focus control. And basically these are designed to get optimum EQ settings out of 6-string guitars, 7-string guitars, and 8-string guitars. So we're going to start in the tight mode, which is designed for 6-string guitars, so I'll let you hear what that sounds like. If we go up to the normal mode, you're going to hear just a little bit added bass. And if we go to the 7-string mode, this expands the frequency range, and you'll hear a lot more added low end. And again, moving in that same direction, if we go up to the 8th string, you hear more bass, even more expanded frequency range. And one other feature on both of these amps is there are active and normal inputs. However, the active inputs on these amps, it's not like a traditional active input where there's a gain reduction of like 20 dB. What this active input does is it's more of a EQ change for active pickups. So sometimes, with active pickups, they can kind of have a harsh, sterile sort of setting, and this kind of livens them up. So I'm going to switch guitars and show you this active setting. There's no volume drop, there's just a change in the EQ. So both of these amps are new for Schecter. They're both all tube. They have a EL34 power section, and they have 12AX7s in the preamp section. And you can read more about them at schecterguitars.com.